My speech title today is The 9 Steps to Unleash the Incredible Hulk that lies within you. And I believe Maya already discussed what goes on inside. It's very crucial to achieving what you really want in life. Each of us here has tremendous potential to really tap inside what's inside and use it to have the life that you really want for yourself. Whatever it is, you have the power to make it happen. Now, motivation plays a critical part in whether we reach our goals or not. It could be the most important part. And I'm sure you're aware of people when they start a project, they're excited, they're enthusiasm. And a few months later, after one setback or a couple challenges, they lose all their energy. And you're like, what happened to you? You're a different person. But instead of using challenges to discourage you, you should actually use challenges and setbacks as a means to even be more driven towards your goal. Really use it to fuel you towards your end point, because you know you can do it. People out there are living the lives that they want to live, so why can't it be you? Now, the first step in unleashing the incredible heart that lies within you is really looking inside at the source of your inspiration. What's going to make you want to go out there and do what it takes to get to where you need to be. And for some people, it could be external motivations. It could be a bigger house, a bigger car. But those external factors are subject to change. It's really better to reach deep within you, find out where your passion lies, and harness that strength and use that to drive you. Now, the second step is, if you're taking notes, don't worry, I do have handouts at the end, so I will give that to you. Okay. I just don't like to, usually when I give handouts, people start looking and I like all eyes on me for right now. Okay, now the second step is managing your motivation, the life cycle management of it, because whenever you're on a journey towards reaching your goal, it's gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have people just take the life out of you. You're gonna really have enthusiasm. And no matter what obstacles you have, you're still gonna get up the next day and approach it with the same energy. So managing your motivation is very crucial. The third step is alternate strategies to your goal. Now, it's very rare there's only one way to get to your end point. I started like 3 companies, and the end is never what I thought it would be, except for one time. But generally, it's best to have a plan B and plan C, because in this unpredictable world, something happens to plan A, and most people get discouraged when something happens, or they find like a fallback strategy, but then their emotions already involved, So it's best to find alternate strategies before you get going, because then your mind is calm. And if you're going to drive from San Diego to New York, you don't want to just have one route in mind, because bad weather might affect it, or a bridge, or a freeway ramp is closed. So if you have alternate strategies, it actually makes your original plan better, because the plan B and C is going to make you think from different angles. You're going to see things that you didn't see the first time. So it's very key to pre-plan, and even if you don't need it, if your plan works, okay, more power to you, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Now, the fourth step is visualization. You want to get your right brain into action. Visualize what that goal looks like, how you feel. Send images to your brain as you're sleeping. Use the subconscious. And feel that big house, that fancy car. Just get into it and let the left side of the brain figure out the sequences to make it happen. Now, the fifth step is inspiration. What's going to drive you to get up in the morning and do what you have to do? When your friends are heading to the beach or heading to the nightclub, what's going to make you stay focused towards your goal? And when you get down, what's going to fuel you to keep going? Who's going to inspire you? What inspires you? Now, step 6 is the motivational support network. Don't ever feel like you have to be in anything on your own. Harness your friends, bounce ideas off them. Choose the right crowd, obviously. If you're going to be in real estate investment, don't go ask your Uncle Larry who's been evicted like 4 times. So you've got to be very careful who you talk to. And try and keep it positive with people. Just be, people who can offer objective feedback to you. You want to own your ideas, so no one should be able to talk you out of anything anyway. It means that you probably won't work if you don't believe in yourself. So definitely use your friends, and if you have bad days, it happens, bad weeks, be around people that lift your spirits up, fellow Toastmasters. Okay, now, Step 7 is the timeline and schedule for your goal. Some people are lucky they get to their goal fairly quickly, but for others it might be 6 months, a year, or 2 years. My goal right now, I've been working on it for 3 years, so it's coming up to 4th year. So you want to have measurable milestones where you can give yourself rewards for making it, and break it down to measurable parts and stages. And you yourself want to monitor how are you going to evaluate your performance. You can't just go to your goal blindly. You're making progress at some point along the way. So, reward yourself, reboost your spirits, and get going on the journey again. Now, step 8 is the X factor. X for experience. When you start on your goal, you're not quite sure how it's going to work out, but as you get experience along the way, you should be getting stronger as you reach your goal. You should know what's working and what's not working. So you want to put more energy and passion into what's going well, and then maybe reassess those other parts. And the final step is the execution to the finish line. It could be 6 months in, 9 months in, or maybe halfway through your journey. You should be able to visualize what the finish line should look like. If you have no idea what you're doing, then you might have to go back a stage or two. It's like if you want to run a marathon, you don't run 26 miles your first week. You start off with a few miles. So when you start running 15, 16 miles, you actually see that 26 miles is not so hard after all. So, and when I run my marathon, I want to quit every day, but I just kept on going. But you will get energy that you never knew that you had inside of you once you can see the finish line. So once you see the finish line, you get new momentum, and all you got to do is just execute the last steps, and you're right there. So I implore all of you, wherever you are, whatever stage you are in your life, if you're not happy, truly take the steps to really find out what you can do with your life and harness the power that lies within you. You have the power to make anything you want happen for yourself. And now I will pass out these notes. And thank you, everybody.